Hello everyone, Game Dog here, and welcome to Let's Play Dicey Dungeons. So, kind of a mantra I have for games is that you know something is really good when it's of a genre you're not really a fan of, but you still love it anyway. This game definitely falls into that camp. This is a dice-themed roguelike. Kind of like a deck builder, too. I'm not really much into roguelikes or deck builders, honestly, especially these days, but I don't know, I got this one on Humble Bundle, and I really like it, and, okay, I should also say, this is not going to be a full playthrough. I have completed the game. I actually did the final boss last night, and I might do some bonus episodes casually a little later. I might do episodes on those if those are kind of cool, but I think what I'm going to do in this playthrough is I'm just going to give a little, like, sampler of the game by, doing one playthrough as each of the 6 classes here. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. Please welcome our returned champion to the dungeons. It's just like old times. Okay, so the plot of this game is, it's like a game show hosted by that lady, Lady Luck. And when you enter the dungeon, you get turned into a die. But you can't really escape, and basically just like the whole game is you doing episodes as the 6 playable characters until you can find a way to like take the fight to Lady Luck herself and then escape, but then the guys are like, you know what, this is actually kind of fun now, we're not forced to do it, so let's actually stick around. So how this game works, so we have like these like cards here, equipment as the game calls them. And they have most of them have pretty self-explanatory effects. So this one says do sword damage. What that means is what that number will be, how much damage it will do, will be whatever kind of dice you put in. So if I put a 5 in here, it'll do 5 damage. This one over here re-rolls your dice. That's perfect. Half your health right there. The Warrior is very easy to play, and honestly a really, really good starting class for getting used to how this works. Oh, I don't even have to reroll there. Let's just drop that in and kill the robot. Cool. Defeating enemies gets you experience and a gold. The stuff is, like, pretty linear. There's not really a lot of, like, different pathways you can take, honestly. Like, it kind of feels like you have to destroy everything before you get to the end anyway. It makes it kind of a very casual game to play as a result of that. Hammer, do whatever dice you put in thunder damage, and when you put in a 6, you inflict 1 shock. This game has status ailments. I love the enemies in this game, by the way. This game kind of gives me Shepherdmancer vibes, the game I made, where like a lot of the enemies just feel very random and like they just were put. Like, basically, like, the devs just got a cool idea for an enemy, and they're like, you know what, put it in, even if it doesn't really fit the art style or, like, general theme of the other characters. It's like, there are robots, there are humans, there are, like, realistic animals, there are, like, anthropomorphic animals, there's, like, more toony-looking ones, there's, like, mythology-based enemies. Like, it's a huge variety, and I really, really like it. Like, this is my kind of strange enemy design. Okay, that's unfortunate. So what shock does, it makes it so one of your commands, oh, cool. It makes it so one of your commands gets, like, disabled, and you have to waste a dice to get it re-enabled. What happened there is I think the guy, rolled an even die, but, like, since he'd have to place a die in to undo it, he can't cast Magic Missile, which is great, so he can just destroy you by doing this. Another thing I love about this game is that this game has, like, this game's, like, design mentality feels a lot like a really in-depth RPG. It's like, there's a lot of weird intricacies that you experiment a lot with and don't work exactly how you'd expect them to at first, but it just makes sense. I really like this enemies. The object heads are always a great aesthetic. Okay, so we get 1 extra die from leveling up. 2, give me a 6. You know what, fine. So you inflict weaken. What weaken does is it actually like it like weakens one of your equipment for 1 turn. Now it's hammer minus. It no longer has that effect where you can inflict it no longer has the effect where you can inflict a shock on your opponent. I'll put it in anyway. You know what? I'll even use a Fury too. So when your characters take damage, you get you fill up this bar, which is kind of like a limit break, and it's unique for each character. What this one does is it doubles the next action you do. So you will have 2 castings of Hammer by doing that, which will completely blast him. That's great. Okay, Sneezy or the Pirate? I see a chest and I see a shop. Let's do the Pirate first. Pirate's fun. Pirate's a fun guy. That's a bad roll, though. Better. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there. Hammer is honestly kind of a power-corrupt sword, so at the first chance I get, I'm probably gonna remove sword. On 4, you can reuse that. That actually is a status element in and of itself. That's a different type of card right there, or equipment. That one you place stuff into, or you place dice into, and like the number of pips on the die will put it down by that amount, and when it hits 0, you actually you get the effect then. Also, you probably can't really hear it that well due to how I record these, but the music in this game is really freaking good. I actually used quite a lot of it, or a few like tracks in this game as like placeholder music for like the game I'm working on right now, which was kind of fun to listen to. Like, it's like jazzy, it's analytical, like it's really nice to listen to. I really like Boomerang. The name of the game with the Warriors kind of just going all-out attack, honestly. At least in my opinion. That's how I typically play this character. Now, what do we got here? First Aid Kit, Healing Crystal, Target Shield. I don't really like any of these, honestly. I'm going to save my money. I love your energy and determination. Ever consider opening a shop of your own? Okay, well, I should re-roll my lowest one, obviously. That's gonna do 10 damage to you and 5 damage to myself. And then 10, that's 20. It was worth a shot. Okay, I'm not gonna kill him this round, so I don't think I'm gonna take the risky, like, Boomerang option here. Okay, don't get doubles. If this thing gets doubles, it can, like... Oh, now you can see these in action. Yeah, that goes down to 0. I take 3 damage. My Fury is up and running now. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it quite yet. Again, give me something better. Give me a 6. Give me a... Okay. That's 10. That's 4. That'll kill. Do 5 damage to myself, but it's worth... Oh, that didn't do damage to myself. Interesting. Oh, you again? I finally got some more, antihistamines now that we're allowed out of the dungeon, so thanks, I guess. But now it turns out I'm allergic to them as well. Oh, goodness. There might be some spoilers here, because some of these enemies actually react when you refight them after beating the game. Another thing I like about the enemies in this game is that they're, like, friendly, if that makes sense. I mean, yeah, there are some that are just, like, outright evil and trying to kill you, but, like, more often than not, enemies will, like, thank you for a good fight, which is kind of wholesome. Bump. Okay, Bump's a good equipment to show kind of a cool interaction I like with this game. What should we fight first? Haunted Jar or Marshmallow? I guess it doesn't really matter. This will give me a chance to show a couple new status ailments. That one will too, actually. Ooh, we start with a 6. Good. Okay, so what Bump does is it gives you your die back, but with 1 added pip to it. So if I put this in, I would get a 4. With that in mind, what do you think would happen if I put in a 6? It gives you a 6 and a 1. This is what I was talking about when I said that this game has, like, the mentality of a really in-depth RPG, because, like, that's kind of an interaction you wouldn't really expect to work, but it makes perfect sense that it works that way. That'll do 24 damage, but 12 damage to myself. I'm thinking about if I want to use my Fury right now. You can freeze and burn. That'll do 12 damage. Actually, wait. We'll have plenty of chances to fight you later. Yeah. That also boosts up my limit for the next fight, which is nice. Nightstick. Matchstick. Snowball. Snowball could be interesting, I guess. If we get 5s, that might be nice to have. Let's go up here. Okay, so this is kind of a cool mechanic. All of your equipment, I like this. Every equipment in the game has like a plus version and a minus version. You see the minus version when your equipment gets weakened, but like you can permanently turn your equipment into plus versions. And something I think is kind of cool is that your equipment gets upgraded in different ways. Like for example, the sword just does 1 extra damage with every attack, which does add up. There's another weapon in the game called Dagger I like a lot, which works in almost the exact same way. This one gives you an extra casting of bump per turn. This one, instead of making it so you do that much damage to yourself, you do a flat 3. And this one, it shrinks hammer, so you have more space for other equipment you might want. I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to take this boomerang upgrade, because I really like... 3 damage to yourself is not a big deal, and I really want to like take advantage of that. I think I'm going to buy Snowball as well and take the sword out for Snowball. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna grab this and then fight you. Okay, give me a 6, give me a 6. No, okay, we have to reroll. You can give me a 5 too. I have this now. That did not give me what I wanted. Let's see. Might as well try to freeze you. I should have used my Fury with that. Yeah, because of what freeze actually does. Okay, I'm just going to drop this stuff in for now, and then we'll see what you do. That's a waste of a turn, honestly. So what freeze does is it turns your highest value die into a 1. If you get multiple, like, stacks of freeze, it'll turn multiple dies into 1, which is interesting. And what burn does is it makes it so you have to take 2 damage to actually use a die. So I'm actually going to take that. That'll do 12 damage. That'll do 5. I don't need to use my limit here, actually. And I'm going to level up after this battle, too. You get a full heal when you level up in this game, and I feel like that is, like, basing your run around this is wholly intended. Chocolate chip cookie. Or chocolate chip cookie. I really like that one. It basically... Yeah, it repeats your next action. It's basically your limit break, but on... Or the warrior's limit break, but on command. Okay, well, I know what I'm putting in combat roll right away. No. I can get a 6 out of this. I'm gonna freeze one of your die. We'll do that. Drop that in there just to get it started counting down. Then we will do 24 damage to you. I love Boomerang. So Haunted Jar inflicts poison on you. Poison works how you'd expect it to, but also not really like how you'd expect it to. Kind of how it works is like, you see I had 3 stacks of poison there? So I took 3 damage, but then it goes down to 2, which means on the next turn I'll then take 2 damage, and then on the next turn I'll then take 1 damage, and then poison will go away. Stacking poison can get really deadly in this game. And I really like that, actually. Poison is a very fun status element to base a run around. For now, though, we'll just... I actually forgot if I do this now, if it'll, like, be at 3 when I start a new fight. Let's just shock you and be done with it. It's taking longer to level up. That's worth noting. I'm not even kidding. I might actually keep this loadout till the end of the game. I would like to shrink hammer, though. I would like to get Shrink Hammer and get something else. I tend to not like fighting Direwolf. Let's fight Direwolf first. Oh, okay, that'll work. That's fine. Ooh, okay. Curse. Curse is an annoying status ailment. It makes it so you have a 50-50 chance to just, like, for both the die you put into an equipment and the equipment to fizzle for that turn. It is very annoying. Yeah, like that. Dare I say, I think this is a very badly designed status ailment, too, because one thing I like about this game is, like, how easily you can kind of, like, min-max your run, and stuff like that kind of makes it hard to do so. If I Fury this, that'll kill you, but also do 6 damage to me. I think it'll be worth it. Yeah, I can defeat the next enemy in 23 health, I think. What do we got here? Battle Axe. Battle Axe is nice. Is it better than Hammer? It'll give us an extra use for 6s. And that we can, like, put them in here. Yeah, it does double the damage of the die you put in, but you can put in only a 4. Or, at most a 4. I'm gonna stick with Hammer, actually. I think Shock is a really good status ailment to have on your side. Okay, Cactus is a little annoying because it can inflict, it has access to the Thorn status ailment. And I might not want to freeze you because that gives you more 1s, which means you can use Cactus Shield more. Oh goodness, this is what I was talking about when I said this game is like the mentality of a really in-depth RPG, because you got stuff like that too. Like how some negative stat ailments can actually be positives for you in some contexts. But now though I'm gonna bump this. I'm gonna do 24 damage. No. We're gonna do 12 damage and shock you for 1. Because I'm not gonna kill you next turn, or this turn anyway. Okay, that was 7 damage. Thorns makes it so every time I attack him, I do whatever stack of thorns he has to myself, which is quite annoying. That'll kill. I think I'm about to level up too, so this shouldn't be a big deal. Thank you for visiting, it's so nice to see you. Oh, I wish I could beat you just once, though. No, okay. We'll grab the apple, obviously. I have never had a deal with Val that I liked. I'm gonna say no to that. I'm not sure if I can beat this guy with 14 damage. I'm gonna try, though. Yeah, Kraken is kind of a difficult enemy. I tend to not dislike it as much as some other people do. I think it's more just annoying than actually challenging, but, like, it can really catch you off guard. I would like to try something. What happens if I Fury something that gives me Fury? It gave me 2 Fury. How much damage is this going to do? I think what this will do is it'll cast the thing 3 times, which will do 9 damage to myself. Which means I'll be down to 5. If you get 3 evens, then I'd be dead. Whoa, what are you doing up there? Oh, that's a weird visual glitch. If I do this, though, you'll have access to 1 less even. Oh, wait, no, it just did that with the... Oops, Yeah, you gotta be careful sometimes. might have a rough time next turn, actually, because of that. Yeah, all of those are going to turn to 1s. He can still curse me, though, but I don't think he can really... Yeah, he can blind me, but that's kind of it. Blind makes it so you can't see the value of your die, which is kind of edgy. So this battle theme is great, too. It's so chill. Ah, come on. Okay. I'm gonna bump that and then shock one of your equipments. Is one of these an odd? That's an odd. Okay, if it wasn't an odd, it would have just let me, or not let me put it in. That was a 3. Okay, I can deal with that. You have multiple evens. You're gonna Deep Sea Howl me again. I can do 6 damage to you this turn, even with 2 blinded dice. Oh, come on. I was hoping that would be fizzled. Okay, good. I could not risk, I could not risk an attacking move being fizzled, so I took a gamble there and it worked. We're not really using shields in this run. I'm gonna shrink hammer so I can put something else in. We can't fit anything in there right now, but I promise that'll work out. Okay, this is the second to last floor. Things start to get pretty tricky here. I'm gonna go after Snowman first. The world's sexiest snowman. That's better. You get advantage off of odds, so I'm not sure if I want to snowball you. I don't think you're gonna get 3 odd or 4 odd dice, but just in case. Oh my goodness, you kind of did. Or you almost did. Okay, that's like 9 damage and 3 frozen dice. That's not good. Thankfully, I do have combat roll, so I can re-roll these right away and hopefully get some better stuff. That's some much better stuff. I can kill you this turn now. I took a lot of damage there, but hopefully it'll work out. Well, buy the apple. Oh, spatula's an interesting one. Yeah, flip a dice upside down. Okay, I'm willing to bet that some people learn this from this game, but, like, on the opposite side of a dice, no matter what side it's on, is the number that if that number is added to, it'll add up to 7. So, like, if you flip a 1 upside down, it'll become a 6. If you flip a 2, it'll become a 5. So it's kind of like re-rolling, but you have more control over it. What can I equip, anyway? Bump. 2 uses this turn. That brings that down to 9. That does 1 extra damage. I think being able to get off chocolate chip more often will be great. Okay, Rat King's kind of fun. Not really a fan of that starting loadout. That's good. It's just a bunch of rats. I want to try something. Ooh, now that's a synergy! Okay, all of your stuff is countdown, so forcing you to roll a rule 1 is objectively amazing. And might as well do 12 damage. Yeah. Now you can only, like, use one of them. Or maybe 2, depending on what you reroll. You can use 2. Don't get a 5 or a 6. Good. I can tell you right away. I can do this 3 damage to myself and get Fury. Yeah, damage that you do to yourself counts towards your limit. You can actually take a lot of advantage of that. This'll kill. Nice, okay. Another upgrade station. I don't know if I want to use it quite yet. Being able to use bump twice per turn would be amazing. I'm kind of curious what's over here, though, but it's so far away. What was here again? Spatula? I don't have enough money for it. I will once I defeat you. I'm gonna upgrade something in a minute. That's not a good roll. I know all your stuff is countdowns. Ooh, Lock is a nasty status ailment. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I'm gonna set up for something big to do next turn. Okay, that's good. So Lock makes it so you straight up just can't use a dice for a turn. Yeah, it's real bad. I think 24 damage is worth it. Do I want to shock your equipment, or do I want to freeze it? Well, with a shock, it's going to do 1 extra damage, and, like, this is a game where 1 extra damage can actually make or break stuff. And you have to waste, like, a whole ass die now. Okay, maybe looking at these numbers, maybe that didn't really mean much. You're going to get a new set of stuff. You can now freeze dice, which is interesting. I'm going to try and preserve my, Oh, actually, that'll kill. That's risky, though. Just do it. I know this enemy coming up. This is a really hard enemy. You have to, like, basically divide your health by 6 when fighting this guy, because every attack he does 6 damage. He can do it up to 3 times per turn. Well, first things first, I think that's a no-brainer for this enemy. Yeah, Cowboy is rough. That's real good. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do... You only have 2 equipment, so that'll just make it hard for you to do anything. And then we'll set this up for next turn. I think this lasts between turns. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, so this guy's main strategy, he has Midnight Charm, which converts his dice into 6, and then he has Six Shooter, which does a flat 6 damage and can be used multiple times. It's really nasty. I think that worked out, though. I should have kept it as the last dice value. Oh, wait. You know what? Yeah, this'll kill. That's all I gotta do. Or not. Get out of here. Yeah, because I knew I would have leveled up past that one, so I could be a little reckless. What is in here? Another chocolate cookie! I have room for it. I might as well. Can Battle Axe be shrunk down? Because if not, I think really my best option is to upgrade Chocolate Chip Cookie again. It can be... I'm gonna take that, and you only need one cookie in your life, you know? Let's take that out. Let's put that in. And now it's for the final boss of the run. Warrior versus Audrey. Dude, I love the bosses, too. Like, they're just the most random selection of enemies. Like, there's one that's like a freaking dragon. There's one that's like this buff lady. There's like a vampire. Like, there's one that looks like this like ancient gothic warrior. Like, I don't know. They have some really fun variety. I love the enemies in this game. Yeah, it's you again. That's great. You're getting better at this every day. And remember, you lose 100% of the fights you don't get into. Audrey always gives you motivational speeches, too. Oh, this battle theme is amazing. Give me a 6. That's closer. Give me a 6. Nope. Give me that 6. Throw that in there. Headbutt. Do X damage, reusable, and you can use it twice. That's 12 damage, potentially. And that weakens a ton of my equipment. Okay, I'm gonna freeze, or I'm gonna drop that in there. And then we'll double cast the hammer. So I can shock both your equipment. Alright! I want to do this again. That worked out. And this isn't the class or the character that can use unused dice as a weapon, so... Okay, what's gonna get weakened here? So hammer no longer has the effect. This turns it back into a 3 and also makes it so I do flat damage to myself. And this makes so I can only use bump on a 3 or less. Are you mad? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This comes to mind as something I could do. We'll freeze one of your dice just for the heck of it, and then we'll drop these in here. You're at 3 health. You're not doing 29 damage in one turn. I think we got this. Oh, it gives you a different status ailment that's not as useful? That's interesting. Alright, get out of here. Congratulations! You know, you're absolutely sure you don't want to be a minion? I mean, you do seem to like it here. No? Alright then. Yeah, I've completed every episode, so, yeah. Well, yeah, that was Dicey, or that was the first episode of Dicey Dungeons. Next time we will try out the Thief. So I'll see you folks then. Thanks for watching.